Guests are waiting in line at Disney's Hollywood Studios for something you would never expect. It's not a popcorn bucket, it's not a meet and greet, it's not even a ride or a show, but instead they're forming a line just to look at a window display. Inside that window at Disney's Hollywood Studios is a display of costumes from Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. When was the last time a costume display has generated enough demand to require an organized line in a theme park? Honestly, I don't even remember a single time when this has occurred in the history of Disney's Hollywood Studios, which has displayed thousands of iconic film and television props since it opened back in 1989. There was a time, of course, when Disney would lean into cultural moments like this. For example, during the Michael Eisner and Frank Wells era, the company understood the power of aligning its brand with the biggest names in global entertainment, and that it didn't only have to be for a streaming service. The fearless duo of Eisner and Wells decided that the best way to make Disneyland and Epcot Center cool for the kids or younger guests of that time in the mid-1980s was to work with the biggest music star on the planet, Michael Jackson. Captain EO was a film starring Jackson and was directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The script was partially written by George Lucas and was produced in conjunction with Lucasfilm. Michael Jackson wrote and performed 2 original songs for Captain EO, both of which became classics in his discography. If only there was some mega famous musician who wrote their own music to team with Disney on something similar to this now. Who could we be talking about? Well, we already talked about Taylor Swift, so you know where this is going. Either way, the Disney Pixar Short Film Festival at Epcot, which occupies the former home of Captain EO in the Imagination Pavilion, is hardly something guests plan their day around. Meanwhile, over at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, the Tomorrowland Theater has been sitting unused since 2020. These venues are begging for some sort of use that will better serve the guests at these parks. Honestly, there are underutilized large theaters and show buildings at most Disney parks around the world that would benefit from such an offering. Taylor Swift, love her or hate her, she is inarguably the most influential musician and most famous human being in the world at this moment. She resonates across generations and has a cultural reach that extends far beyond music. Her impact is now being seen in her clothes having the ability to create a queue at Hollywood Studios. Imagine if it was more than just clothing. Imagine if there were an attraction at a Disney theme park. Something as simple as a 4D concert-style experience would certainly work, but I think the Captain EO formula would be the ultimate concept. I'm not saying Disney should reboot Captain EO as much as that would warm my heart, but an original film with Swift in the lead, featuring brand new songs written and performed by her, would undoubtedly be a smash hit. Disney already has an established relationship with Swift through Disney+, which is currently showing a docuseries about the Eras Tour. The partnership exists, the audience exists, and the demand is clearly there, so why not? To play devil's advocate as to why not, Disney seems to shy away from celebrity involvement outside of their IP-driven fodder for theme park attractions these days, and I assume this is because they've been burned in the past. Michael Jackson had his share of controversial moments and allegations against him, and of course allegations against Steven Tyler in recent years likely did in the Aerosmith version of Rock and Roller Coaster. Still, many Disney movie-related rides and shows as of late do star the actors from said films, so there's still plenty of celebrities in attractions who could ruin their reputations at any moment. To make a long story short, it wouldn't be much more of a risk than involving any other famous person in your theme park. Another roadblock could be the belief that film-based attractions just don't have the shelf life of something more grandiose. Disneyland Resort has a mostly local audience, many of whom visit the parks regularly. The feeling in the industry is that guests won't go to see a short film or 3D show as many times as they'll go on a ride that they like, something that would make the show less valuable for a park that has mostly returning guests. I don't know that personally I believe that. I think it's just a matter of giving them the thing they really want. Also, a Taylor Swift film would be a safer bet than a $250 million or more Taylor Swift-related ride that would need to bank on the fact that she will still be popular and relevant many years from now. The lower investment in a film-based show could see a financial return much quicker, and it could also be produced and constructed way faster to capitalize sooner on that fame. Personally, I'd prefer that this attraction be built at Disney's Hollywood Studios for the sake of it feels like it's very much in the spirit of that park. But if it ended up at Epcot, Disneyland, or wherever, it would undoubtedly be a success. For me, this feels like an opportunity for Disney to deliver something new, get something that has the feel of a different era. Let me know in the comments how you feel. Should Taylor Swift have an attraction at Disney theme parks or should she not? Please tell me why. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more great content, and we'll see you real soon.